Hi, good day. It's me again. For those of you who haven't watched my previous videos, my name is Mark Berry, and usually what I do is I tend to spend some time uh, giving you a bit of information about myself and sharing a short message relating to whatever is personal, and then I ask you to do something at the end. Again, that's up to you, it's your choice. So, I live in South Africa. There are a lot of people in South Africa that are big rugby fans, rugby union. I happen to be a soccer supporter, English football. In South Africa and the United States, they call it soccer, or in the United States, they call it soccer. But yes, I follow soccer. I have played football, soccer competitively since the age of about 8 years old, and now 56. I think I stopped playing competitively at the age of about 38. But what I want to share is part of this is that I am a Liverpool supporter. I am a big Liverpool Football Club fan. I've supported Liverpool since 1976, in fact 1975, and have followed the ups and downs, and so that's just a little bit about who I am and one of my likes. So what does this have to do with about what I'm sharing? Well, the interesting thing is, and I don't know if it's true or not, you can't always believe what you see on the internet, but I found out that Jurgen Klopp, the manager of Liverpool, is a Christian. And his comment was that Jesus Christ is the most important person in history. I find that interesting because from what I hear, he says that he's given his life to Christ, and he's doesn't make a big show of it. He doesn't. It's not something that you hear him talking about regularly. So that's why I say I don't know if it's true, but I have no reason to believe that he's not telling the truth. And he's just one of many people that, celebrities, and I talk about celebrities, I'm talking about people that are high profile. There's some Hollywood stars that have come out and confess to be Christians. I am also a Christian, and I have to agree with Klopp. There is no one more important than Jesus Christ. Now, why I say this, whether you believe it or not, Jesus Christ came to earth, and we've just recently celebrated Christmas in 2018. And we don't celebrate, it's like anyone having a birthday, we don't celebrate that person as a baby. So when we celebrate Christmas and we celebrate the birth of Christ, it's like anyone having a birthday. We celebrate them as they are, whether they 4 years old or 10 years old or 16 years old or 21 years old or 50 years old or 80 years old, doesn't matter. We celebrate that person at that time. So when we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Jesus Christ as he is. And currently, he is the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings, and he is seated at the right hand of the Father. Now, why do we celebrate the person of Jesus Christ? Well, he came to earth because earth is messed up, and we messed it up. And I know that South Africa is a little behind in terms of America, but we tend to follow America in a lot of policy or trends. And I know that in America, when I look at things like the high school shootings and what's going on there. People are quick to blame God, and yet in America, as in South Africa, people feel offended because we now pray in schools, or we have religious instruction in schools. I know in America that has been tossed out. They've asked God to get out of the schools. They've asked God to get out of public life. They don't want people to read the Bible. And God, being a gentleman, has done that. And then, of course, when tragedy happens, they want to know, why does God allow this? Well, in many ways, we go back to the beginning. Man was defiant. They decided, we don't need God. We can do everything ourselves. We are pretty capable of doing whatever we need to do. We don't need God. We can do whatever we need to. And as a result, we've messed up. And then we can see the consequences of that in the world we live in. The world is a mess because we've messed it up, not God. We've messed it up. And that's the reason why Jesus came, to provide us with a way of getting back to Him, to being able to be restored to Him. And that's why He died on the cross, because a penalty had to be paid, and He paid it with His blood. And He asks us to come back to Him because He wants to restore things. And so I'm very happy to hear that Jurgen Klopp, the manager of Liverpool Football Club, say that Jesus Christ is the most important person in history, because I agree with him. So where does that leave us now? If this is something that strikes you, or I would encourage you to get in touch with someone that is a Christian. Get in touch with a group at a church. Begin to go to church. Begin to understand why Christ has made you, why you were born. There's a purpose for that. And right now you can easily just say, it's just very simple. There's nothing that you know, nothing that you have to work towards to earn God's favor. He's saying, here is my favor. I died on the cross. My grace, I paid for that. Here is my gift to you. And you can say, Jesus, I accept this gift of eternal life. I know that I've messed up. I know that I have sinned. And I want to put that behind me. And I want to follow you. I ask you to come into my life, to guide me, to instruct me, to allow me to follow you for the rest of my days. Thank you that you died on the cross, that you resurrected and came back to life so that I may have life. And at this point you can just say Amen and ask God to ask God to direct you to someone who can invest in your life and help you with this journey. Thanks again for listening. See you next time. Cheers.